Hi, this is Kathy with Rocks, Fossils, and Minerals Oh My, and today we're going to do turquoise fluorite. Fluorite comes in so many colors, so many patterns, and a lot of you have seen a lot of the points that you can buy. They're quite interesting. They come in different colors. I like this one particularly because it was more of the yellow with the purple banding, and there's a beautiful contrast. I just really like it. It's been shaped. And then there's this one. Look at the different patterns in it. You can see all the lines and how it's grown. And it just amazes me. This is how a lot of people see fluorite in the bands. Bands of many colors. A lot of fluorite is fluorescent. And a lot of people see it in cubic structure like this. It's a beautiful piece. I always like the cubic structures because you can see them, how they've grown, all the little squares put together, and they don't really look like they should stay together, but they do. Some of it's fluorescence, and some is not. Look at all the tiny little cubes on the side. So pretty. This is that deep, deep, deep jelly purple, and you can see right through it. But on the other side, got a surprise. It's got some yellow fluorite in it. And it's just a really pretty piece. It's square inside, more growth. And I'm bad because I can't remember all of the locations. I do remember some, but some I do not, of where these pieces were found. This piece I know is from India. It's beautiful when you shine the light through the back, from the bottom. And different banding you can see in the middle. Pretty purple on top, and the aquas and the blues. On the side over here you have the greens. Look at that. It's beautiful. Pretty rough, but I love the coloration on it. Speaking of color, this is quite a different one. I believe this one's from China. Look through the little hole there, a little open window, and you see blue. But the piece is not blue, it's green. How'd that happen? I don't know. It's beautiful though. Quite unique. I've never seen another piece like that when I got it. Well, except for the one it came with, or it didn't come with it, but it looks blue when you do that, and then you see the blue through the face. It's green all around. The etching on it. And here's one of my little fluorite towers. It's kind of crackly, but it gives it character. I bought it that way. And sometimes it gets all crackly like this. Putting it in a tower makes it beautiful. My husband got me this one. I have a lot of fluorite, and I've just brought a little part of what I have out. And sadly, I used to not keep cards on them, but I'm going to start to, so I can identify them. Here's a beautiful yellow fluorite. Sometimes they find it in Spain, other places, but I think one of the places that has more highly prized yellow fluorite would be Spain, as far as I know. I'm not sure. It's got its little host rock there. Here's another yellow piece I find fascinating. It's yellow, or kind of a green color. Put the light under it. But if you put it under fluorescence, something amazing happens. Definitely two-toned. Look at the face on that one. Look at those cubes. I really don't even know what color this is. It's kind of a light green. Might have some galena on there. Possibly pyrite. A nice chunky piece. I believe it's galena, but I'm not sure. And sometimes fluorite can grow like this too. Almost a botryoidal, but it's got tons of little growths everywhere. Happen to grow in this little egg yolk shape. It's pretty interesting. Did I just show that? No, I didn't. This is a yellow fluorite also. Yeah, I did. That's the one with all the galena and pyrite on it. Well, this one is a deep purpley blue, but look at all the little phantoms in there. Let's do a little close-up of this. Can you see the little phantoms? See the green on the edges, and then the deep purple in the middle, and even a white on the outside. That's what makes this piece so special. The different phantoms, they're good when you light them up. You can see them a little better some places. This is a different shape. I want to say octahedron, but I'm probably wrong. Look at that shape of that fluorite. It's almost like a little round balls all over the place. Let me zoom back out. See a little better. It's kind of got a powder blue color to it, I believe. Maybe from Morongo. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. This is quite interesting. That's yellow fluorite growing on some kind of red, maybe hematite. This one's quite special. Look at all the growth patterns there. Maybe you can see the growth. Let me get closer for this one. Can you see the phantoms? Then there are some very strange pieces. This bubbly, that's all fluorite. Kind of looks like azurite, but it's not. It's fluorite. It's covered this crystal. This crystal started off kind of like a smoky. And I believe I had some kind of calcite grow over it. And then the fluorites decided to say, hey, we want to be here too. So it's got that pretty blue, and then it gets dark, dark, dark blue. And there's still the point of the crystal. Interesting. And let's see. Here's a pretty piece. As far as I know, that's from the Roger Lee mine. in Durham County, England. See the growth patterns on that? Beautiful, beautiful pieces. Very fluorescent. And this material, if you take it outside, it turns like a purplish blue. And if you put it under black light, it fluoresces like crazy. Here's a beauty. Very delicate, very light color cubes. See, they've been weathered quite a bit because they're not square. They're square, but they've been rounded on the edges, so they've been out in nature for quite a while. But that is the prettiest, lightest purple pastel, almost pink looking ice cubes. And if I'm not mistaken, this little piece is from Ireland. Who would think that there would be flourite in Ireland? But I believe this is the piece from Ireland. It's a pretty little piece. See some of the phantoms running through it. That little purple layer right before the flourite starts. So many pieces in front of me, I have to keep track of what I've shown and what I haven't. Here's a lovely little square. I believe it's from the Diana Maria mine in England. But see how it's grown together? It's twinning. Beautiful piece, and these fluoresce like crazy. And I believe this might be the heavy metal pocket because it's got a lot of galena in the pocket. Galena, and it almost like grew in a stalactite form. Yeah, it's round, and then all those little cubes just grew on top. It's kind of dusty. But look at all the twinning. See all of them growing into each other? And you can see the greens and the purples. Little growth patterns. Beautiful, beautiful material. Here's one for sure for the heavy metal pocket. It's got the galena on it. One's got the little cubes. All the little dark gray pieces of galena. A little piece just fell off while I was moving it around. It happens. They're quite fragile and I move around too much, and that's what happens. Bad me once again. This is another piece from the heavy metal pocket. Look at that big old piece of galena. All these beautiful little florites. Look at this, kind of a bluish tint on them. There's another mineral growing there. I'm not sure what it is, because I'm not the expert. It's a beautiful piece though. I kind of like to have examples from different mines, or pockets from the mines. And this one, I love this one so much. You can see so many. I don't know if you can see them. There it is. See the phantoms? On top of that one big cube to the left on top, you've got the purple and then the green, and then they're twinning. Grow into each other. Pretty neat. These are kind of clear in a way on the side. I don't know what pocket this is. It could be fairy hole pocket. But I'm not adept at that, and it's hard to keep them straight even for the people that sell them. So I don't feel so bad. I'm not sure where this one's from, but I like it. It's kind of gray. It really is purple though, kind of muted, but look at the phantoming in those cubes. They do have some phantoms. It's hard to get them on camera. Oh, look, there's a little cave. It's just beautiful. The way it grew and all a little druzy with it. That's flourite. I'm not sure if I had shown this piece. It's like the Borg. Hey, it's actually got some pyrite on it. I didn't even realize that. It's got some yellow on the bottom. Look at all that purple. Purple goodness. Gonna have to start being a little more careful in handling these. I don't want to break them, but I move them around a lot. This is also flourite. It's from the United States. It's kind of a root beer brownish yellowish color. But look at all the little calcites in there. Woohoo! Calcite City, and they're a little more but these fluoresce really weirdly under black light, but beautifully. And oh, since we're going through the colors, here is a pink fluorite on a bed of beautiful white, puffy, cloudy druzy. That is a pink fluorite. Mind you, it's just one little cube, but it's pink. And cut out of the rock. It's beautiful. It's just been cut in its own little pillow of goodness. Before I keep going, there are some things where people carve fluorite. It's a beautiful, beautiful little carving I bought. You can see the stripes running through it. It's a little deer. Happy little delicate deer. That's been carved. A lot of fluorite also has pyrite on it. There's some really golden pyrite, even on the calcite on top. I love these pieces because when they fluoresce, it looks like an ocean wave. These are almost like poker chip calcite. But I tell you what, they light up and fluoresce beautifully. So you got 3 different things going on there. Here's a nice piece. I liked it. You ever seen things that you think you feel bad for them, so you want to give them a home? Luckily, I don't feel that way about animals. I have animals, but luckily I don't collect animals like that. Rocks I can put on the shelf. Very low maintenance. But it shines more blue. Bluish purple. I don't think that one fluoresces. We'll check it out and see. Here's a pretty one. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is from the Milky Way pocket. All these pockets are from Diana Maria and Roger Lee mines in Durham County, England, and different pockets on the mine that they would find, they'd name them. And this one I think is the Milky Way. I think it's because of all the milky white on there along with the beautiful cubes. Let's see any. Oh, there's some zoning there. Layers. That's a pretty piece. I believe it. Oh, don't mean to be showing no price tags. This is heavy metal pocket also, because there's galena. It's very heavy. It's got galena in it. So I know it's from the heavy metal pocket. That's the only one I know for sure. Well, there's galena. It's from the heavy metal pocket. I don't know if I've shown this one yet. It's quite interesting. It has yellow and purple together. They've grown together so closely that the colors have integrated together. See on the bottom, there's the yellow, and then the darker purple, and then a lighter or clear on top, which gives you a little zoning. Beautiful pieces. But I thought it was interesting because it has the yellow and the purple just perfectly integrated together. Here's an older piece, and I mean older by weathered. It's got some of the purple and yellow together also, but they haven't been integrated as well. But they're all together. There's a little bit on the edge. It's an older piece, as in weathered, I mean older. I enjoy it. Here's a bright, happy piece. Look at that green, that minty, beautiful green against that white. And this one's almost made like an octahedron. Almost. Yep. It did. Whether it went down all the way or not, I don't know, but it was trying to. And here's one of my prized flourites. This is from the Autumn Pocket, the Roger Lee mine, and they call it that for obvious reasons. The crystals have been stained with iron staining, and then the little bits of fluorite popping out here and there to say, hey. It's a beautiful contrast when you light it up under black light. Just beautiful. Here's another one. It's from the Autumn Pocket too. You see you got a bit of iron staining, but there's that huge, beautiful crystal in the middle. Oh my goodness. I say crystal, it's a fluorite. There's some druzy over there on the side. It's just a beautiful piece. Very proud cube there. Then we have People Facet fluorite also. It's pretty close up, but they faceted this fluorite, and you can see the zoning going through it. From one side, you can't really see it. Other side, you can't really see it. Head on, oh yes, you can. And whatever jeweler that cut this, they did an amazing job because they highlighted that all those layers of light of color in this one stone. And it's not recommended that you wear it because it is softer. I don't know what it is on the Mohs scale. I did know, but I forget more things than I remember, sadly. I did know but I know that it's soft, and so unless you want to beat it up, you're not gonna do too good putting it in jewelry. Alright, I'm going to turn the lights off, and I'm going to light the table up. I'm going to show you some of these pieces under black light or under UV. Let me turn this light off behind me because the regular light's on too. Get as much dark as we can. Of course, my window's in front of me, but I have a curtain, so hopefully that helps, but I know it's still light. Alright. There's that root beer yellow color one I was telling you about, that cube on the big piece with all the calcite. It just jumps off of there. Here's my proud little one that I showed you a minute ago. It just very, some of the calcite around it kind of is pink. That one really glows. Here's the autumn pocket one that I was telling you about, the wonderful contrast. See how that orange with the little spots of fluorite in there really highlights. And this one, the one I told you had a surprise in it. You look down at it, it's got the yellow on top, but when you put it under black light, it shows most of the green. And I apologize, this is not turning out as well as I thought with this black light. Look at that one. You can even see the phantoms in the fluorescence. Wow. Some don't fluoresce, like that doesn't fluoresce. Of course these do. These are the heavy metal pocket. Look, it's almost white. But you can see them fluoresce. The red is, I believe, from the shine from the light. You can see the phantoms in there when I light it, which is so neat. This one's heavier. I know that one's from the heavy metal pocket. It glows so bright. It just takes up the whole screen with brightness. Let me zoom out a little bit more for this. There's that Roger Lee piece. Everything looks blue on this table because actually the tablecloth is blue. But some do not fluoresce. This one does, very much so. It's a Milky Way pocket. But like this yellow one, really doesn't. Oh, and here's the one that has the pyrite and the white calcite on top that glows pink. And then underneath it is the fluorite, and it sure looks like a wave crashing to me. I love this material. And this one is that bright minty green blue, but it doesn't really fluoresce. Maybe a little bit, but not really. Scan the table a little bit and see what pops up. I know this one does. That's that one little cube. It surely fluoresces. Here's that heavy metal pocket right there. It does too. Look at that. Fingernails do too. But anyway, Hope you enjoyed Rocks, Fossils, and Minerals Oh My. My name is Kathy, and today we did fluorite. I have my comment section open now. In the beginning it wasn't, but now it is. And if you'd like to leave a comment, whether you enjoyed it, have some tips for me on how I can do it better, or possibly have some ideas of what you would like to see, leave it in the comment section. And if you like what you see, subscribe. You never know what you'll see next, unless you ask, and then maybe it'll happen if I have it. But thank you for joining me again, and I have many more florites. This was all I could fit on the table for today. But thank you for joining me. Rocks, Fossils, and Minerals Oh My. My name is Kathy.